Hey, you guys. I am trying to get back into the swing of things. If you saw my story on Instagram the other day, since I found out about my client and friend dying unexpectedly a couple weeks ago. So this is a quick collective reading that I pulled. I know I didn't end up doing a new moon one because of everything that was going on, but I wanted to get in another collective reading now, and try and get back to normal. So as I was shuffling these cards, the first two flew out, and then I pulled these tarots. This is the Arc Animal Tarot and Oracle deck. And then I pulled these separately. And then I decided to finish it off with some of the spirit animal cards. Like these are all tarot and these are spirit animals. Okay. So starting off with, I know I'm going to pull it so I can reach it. The two that jumped. So we have the sloth and the woodpecker. And keep in mind with all of these cards, there can be multiple meanings between anything that you take from the animals as well as the what it says on the cards and even the original meanings. So the sloth, automatically you might think about things are going slowly or a person is really taking their sweet time. But what stood out to me is where it says waiting till the right time. That's important. Of course, the Four of Swords represents a period of needing to rest, meditate, focus on yourself. Quiet reflection tells us that too. So, this, again, I am feeling so many different meanings here. This is why I feel like I'm actually not being clear, because I'm getting so many meanings all at once that I need to differentiate. So for some, this may be about the divine masculines and them, moving slowly, waiting until the right time. For both of you, you are needing to spend time in quiet reflection and meditation. And I think there's a good chunk of divine feminines as well that this is spirit saying, you need to take care of you right now. You need to focus on self-care right now and resting. And that applies to anyone across all waves and types of twins. I think that the last couple weeks have been, I don't know if it's the timeline shifts or what, but has brought about purging for a lot of the divine feminines. So really take the time to take care of yourself, okay? And then with the woodpecker and the Eight of Swords, there's absolutely multiple meanings here, because traditionally the Eight of Swords would be about being stuck, being in a self-imposed prison, or someone else imprisoning you also is possible with karmic partners. But again, what stood out to me is the new perspectives. And I actually don't think the focus here is on being stuck. I think that these masculines who are waiting till the right time is because they have new perspectives and they see how to escape these prisons, whether self-imposed or put on them by others. And they're making their plans and they're biding their time and they're waiting till the right moment. They're waiting till go time. And they might not be cluing you in yet either, because they're waiting until go time, okay? But I actually feel I think about the woodpecker pecking away, making progress in their missions, we'll say. That's what I get from this. I am feeling the progress that is coming from this. I am not feeling the restriction. I'm feeling the progress. And I feel like the divine masculines are the woodpeckers pecking away at their plans to be able to move forward. Now, shifting over here, we have the bluebird and the snow leopard. I just said there's a bunch of divine feminines going through purging and releasing recently, and it doesn't matter what wave you're in. I even had a purge the other day, which ended up being like, on one hand, unnecessary because it was really just a misunderstanding that became clarified. But I realized that I was supposed to go through that for multiple reasons. One was in showing me an insecurity that I didn't realize that I had. And so then I released it also. And it was an unnecessary insecurity. And then the other was that it also showed me something else that I didn't know was going on that I needed to be aware of and keep an eye on pertaining to the karmic partner. So I'm like, okay, good to know. Now I understand why this happened. But really, so actually what I just said about myself is what you need to do when you're going through a purge. You need to try not to focus on the emotions that are well, we'll just say being released, but instead focus on, what is this showing me? What is it that I either need to be aware of or that I need to work on? Okay. And use the purge to be productive, to focus there. Now with the snow leopard, here's the hermit coming to tell you that this period of quiet, solitude, self-care, quiet reflection is an important period right now. There are twins who are in separation or who have been thrust into separation now recently, or have just been waiting and waiting and waiting. Understand that these separations are necessary. Do not listen to someone who tells you that separations don't need to happen. They are misinformed. Separations are necessary. They happen for a reason and a purpose, and Spirit uses them for great growth and healing for each of you. You might be in a separation right now. You might be struggling with it. You might be frustrated, angry, upset, depressed, all sorts of things, but it is happening for a reason, for your emotional and spiritual growth, for continuing down this journey the way that you're meant to, and you need to use it productively and wisely. So focus on your introspection, focus on your spiritual awareness, and understand that Spirit is guiding you and Spirit is guiding your twin, and it all serves a bigger purpose, okay? Next we have the Whale and the Fox, Judgment and Knight of Wands. I feel that there are many right now. I was going to say divine masculines, but I think it's both divine masculines and divine feminines who are coming to a period right now of, well, the Judgment card represents a period where you are assessing your life and figuring out, okay, where do I want to be? Where am I at? What do I need to do to get to where I want to be? It's finding clarity in your life and determining your next steps forward. So this coming out here, I mean, I have seen this happening anyway, and now here it is being represented in the cards. So if this is you, use this time wisely to gain the clarity that you need and to plan appropriately for your next steps forward. The Knight of Wands can represent that events will occur that will push you and your twin forward when and how you're meant to. I also strongly get from this card like spirit acknowledging for you that your twin feels a lot of passion for you, and they are working on their plan. They are going to come in hot and ready when the time is right. Okay? Don't think that they don't care. Don't think that they're like ignoring you because they don't care or anything like that. Like, they feel a lot of passion and they have a lot of drive to move forward towards you in this connection in the right timing. Okay? Okay, I'm going to have to continue in the next video. So go to part 2. Okay, continuing from part 1. So we have the 7 of Cups and the 7 of Wands. this is about persevering through the difficult times too, okay? The Seven of Cups, either you guys have been getting through a long period of indecision, or it's coming. But the Seven of Cups represents, honestly, this can apply to either divine masculine or divine feminine, or both, depending on each individual journey. But this is about one or both of you struggling to make the decisions that you need to make for yourself. It can be about procrastination, but honestly, I'm what I'm feeling right now, it's more like over being overwhelmed. I don't think overwhelmment is a real word. It's more about being overwhelmed. So being overwhelmed with what to do and being torn between the 3D path and the 5D path is causing a lot of indecision and stagnancy. Like I said, either past or present, and for some future. And you need to persevere through this. You need to trust that everything is going to work out exactly when and how that it's meant to. You need to be aware that it is going to take time. That is just the fact of the matter for twin flame journeys. Twin flame journeys are not short. It's going to take some time because the level of metamorphosis that you are both going through is not something that happens overnight. Everybody wants their twin to overnight, like, make the necessary changes and come running back. It just doesn't work that way. You're talking about your entire, like, view of reality and the world being completely, like, changed and restructured in your brain. Like, spirit is turning you to goo inside your cocoon and restructuring you, the way you think, the way you, what you believe, the way you function, everything. Not 100% of the way you function, but making shifts and changes to that. And that is something that just doesn't happen overnight. So you need to understand that you are going to have to be strong. You're going to have to persevere, be courageous, especially if you have to deal with warfare or significant battles as well. Work on ending self-sabotaging behavior, getting through the overwhelming feelings and finding your way forward, okay? Or just being patient while your twin does that. The Ten of Wands, well, the Death card is perfect. I forgot that was over here. That represents exactly what I just said. The reason for all of this is because you're going through this spiritual rebirth. You're going through this spiritual death of the old version of you and birth of the new version of you. Both of you. That's what's going on. And this Ten of Wands represents those karmic cycles that are in the process of being worked through, are going to come to an end, but yeah, it's going to be taxing. It's going to be stressful for a period of time, but you can get through it. The Scarab also represents that rebirth. And the 10 is a number of completion as well. So it's going to be a long, hard fought for journey, and it's going to be stressful, but you're going to get there and you are going to rebirth the way that you are meant to. Okay. So Spirit wants you to focus on staying in tune with your intuition and your higher self, seeing the bigger picture, focusing on that vision of the future, and having compassion, love, and understanding for your twin and what they are experiencing as well. Understand it from their perspective and hold space for them while they work through their side of the process. You are going to come forward together and take that first step together. That's the Two of Wands, is coming together as a team. And your twin is going to tell you how they feel. Be ready to take the next step and to commit and move forward and bring everything together. Make your dreams come true. Wishes granted, okay? This is dreams coming true. So you are going to get there. This is Spirit reassuring you of that as well, okay? Okay, now the spirit animal cards. So first we have the diving beetle. Okay, once again, slow down, take care of yourself. Focus on survival if you have to. And some of you might be in that phase of the journey where you just have to focus on survival. Be on guard. So there might be warfare going on. There might be crazy karmics, even if it's not warfare, that are manipulative, controlling, narcissistic. So be on guard and protective. Use your psychic shields as needed, especially in terms of where you're getting information from advisors or spiritual teachers that you're following as well. Use your psychic shields. Be aware of false light and false information coming through. And this is also about independence. You're going to see some recurring themes in these spirit animal cards, and the independence is one of them. This is because on the twin flame journey, spirit is forcing both of you to learn to be independent and not need anyone, including your twin. You feel like you emotionally need them because they're the other half of your soul, but spirit is going to make you learn to be completely independent in the 3D physical world and not need anybody, not need a karmic, and not need your twin to survive. You're going to be self-sufficient on your own and choose to be with your twin in a healthy interdependent relationship, okay? Capybara is about, again, going back to that intuition and discerning carefully and wisely all the choices that you make, the people that you listen to, the guidance that you receive, honing into your intuition and you learning how to discern carefully. This is also about connecting with your soul tribe and moving forward in your life with the people around you who are supposed to be around you. The zebra can also speak to that as well, about finding your tribe. But while in your tribe, also be proud of your uniqueness and stand out for who you are. Actually, never mind. Continuing. You also want to strive for spiritual balance. You want to cultivate, again, your third eye and clairvoyance. Again, focus on independence. And especially how, compared to a horse, they're similar to a horse, except that they require their independence. And I love this sentence: unrestrained movement in finding your spiritual path and expression. So that's what you want to strive for. Unrestrained movement in finding your spiritual path and expression. Now, the owl, I love this card. Look at this picture. How cute is it? This is about calling in your soulmate. So know that you're on that path for calling in your soulmate. At the same time, this is also about being true to yourself, again, honing your clairvoyance, again, and working with the moon energy. That can be in whatever way resonates for you, okay? This is also a sign of abundance coming. The moose is about, once again, staying true to yourself, standing in your power, standing your ground when necessary, independence, again. This is about finding inner strength and joy in everything you do. And once again, I feel like it's so repetitive here, but these are the themes of these cards from Spirit. This is what they all mean. Protectiveness, again, and extraordinary abilities, expanding your clairvoyance. So a lot of emphasis from Spirit on working on your clairvoyance, working on your independence, being true to yourself as you move forward in your life paths. And then lastly, we have the chicken. This is all about fertility, new beginnings, and a fresh start coming. Once again, courage to proudly be true to yourself. Connecting with Soul Tribe again. Having trust in the people around you. Knowing that your plans are on target, and be sure to communicate clearly. So when your twin comes in, communicate clearly, and be ready for those new beginnings to start. So, take what resonates for you, because there's a lot of different meanings here. There's the clear themes that stand out, and then there's also those little hints from Spirit about abundance coming, that fresh start coming, and things moving forward. But overall, work on your psychic abilities, work on your independence, and find your tribe and be ready for your twin. Be ready for your twin in divine timing.